The skies above Earth, once serene, now churned with an unnatural darkness. Even the most distant stars seemed to flicker, their light swallowed by an invisible force. Across the universe, similar disturbances rippled, setting celestial bodies and mortal hearts alike into unease. Something ancient, something primal, was awakening. In the depths of space, far beyond mortal sight, a fissure in reality tore open. From it emerged a presence that defied comprehension, an entity neither living nor dead, but an embodiment of entropy itself. This was the Null Axis, an ancient force born before creation, before time, an antithesis to all order. YAHWEH stood atop the mountain, his gaze affixed on the turbulent horizon. Gohan and Piccolo joined him, their expressions grim. "Do you feel that?" Gohan asked, his voice trembling. "It's like the universe is holding its breath." Piccolo nodded, his sharp senses detecting the disturbance. "It's not just ki. This goes beyond energy, beyond anything we've ever encountered. YAHWEH, do you know what this is?" YAHWEH's expression was grave, his infinite wisdom piecing together fragments of forgotten truths. "I do not yet know its name, but I understand its nature. This is a force that predates even me in this form. It does not create or destroy, it simply unravels. The very fabric of reality is at risk." The gravity of his words silenced the group. Vegeta, who had been standing at a distance, stepped forward, his fist clenched. "Then we fight it, whatever it is. We stop it, before it tears everything apart." YAHWEH turned to Vegeta, his gaze steady. "Your resolve is admirable, but strength alone may not suffice. This entity is not bound by the rules of this universe. It will take more than raw power to confront it." A familiar burst of energy heralded the arrival of Beerus and Whis. The god of destruction's usually calm demeanor was replaced by one of barely contained agitation. "You've noticed it too, then?" Beerus said, his golden eyes locking onto YAHWEH. "Something is coming, something even I can't destroy." Whis tapped his staff on the ground, his voice unusually serious. "The Null Axis is a phenomenon not seen since the earliest days of creation. It is not an enemy in the conventional sense, but a force, a black hole for existence itself. Even Zeno would find it challenging to erase." Gohan's face paled. "Then how do we stop it?" YAHWEH's eyes closed, his mind racing through eons of knowledge. "It is not invincible. All things that exist, even entropy, have a balance. The Null Axis seeks to unmake, but its opposite, the principle of cohesion, must still reside somewhere within it. To confront it, we must find the spark and ignite it." Beerus's tail flicked impatiently. "That's all well and good, but where do we even begin?" Whis smiled faintly, though his tone remained grave. "The Null Axis's presence will draw the greatest powers in the universe to it. I suggest we don't wait for it to come to us. Let's take the fight to the heart of the disturbance." The group, now united, prepared for their journey into the depths of space. Vegeta and Gohan stood at the ready, their training sharpening their resolve. Piccolo meditated in silence, his calm mind an anchor for the group. YAHWEH, ever composed, offered his guidance, though the weight of his own limitations gnawed at him. Beerus and Whis led the charge, their divine presence leading both strength and a sense of urgency. As they traveled through the cosmos, the stars themselves seemed to fade, their light consumed by the growing darkness. Finally, they reached the epicenter of the disturbance, a void so vast and empty that it seemed to mock existence itself. Within the void, a shape began to emerge, a swirling mass of shadows and light, ever shifting, ever consuming. The Null Axis was not a being, but a presence, its formlessness both maddening and mesmerizing. It pulsed with an energy that defied understanding, an anti-life that sought to unweave the threads of reality. Vegeta charged first, his Super Saiyan blue form blazing with power. If it's a fight at once, it's a fight it'll get, he roared, unleashing a barrage of ki blasts. The energy disappeared into the void, absorbed without a trace. Gohan followed, his mystic energy flaring as he tried to attack from another angle. But the Null Axis' presence seemed to negate their efforts, its very nature unraveling their assaults before they could land. "It's no use," Piccolo shouted. "We're fighting something that doesn't follow our rules." YAHWEH stepped forward, his calm presence at a stark contrast to the chaos around him. "This is not a battle of strength. It is a battle of understanding. Allow me." Beerus growled but stepped back, his instincts telling him that brute force alone would fail. YAHWEH approached the swirling void, his voice resonating with ancient authority. "Null access," he said, his tone firm yet compassionate. "You are not an enemy, but a part of the cycle. You seek to unmake, yet you cannot exist without what you destroy. Show yourself, and let us find balance." For a moment, the void pulsed, as if considering his words. Then a tendril of shadow lashed out, striking YAHWEH. He staggered, but remained standing, his determination unwavering. As the others watched, YAHWEH's eyes glowed with an inner light. "I see now," he murmured. "The Null Axis is not mindless. It is seeking release, bound by its own nature. If we can channel its energy, we may turn its unmaking into a force of renewal." Lee stepped forward, his expression one of intrigue. "A bold plan, but to channel such a force would require a vessel strong enough to withstand it. Are you prepared for that risk?" YAHWEH nodded. "It is why I am here, to restore balance, even at a great cost." As the group prepared for the final confrontation, the stakes became clear. This was not a battle of survival, but a test of understanding, courage, and unity. The fate of the universe depended not on destruction, but on transformation, and YAHWEH's infinite wisdom would guide them toward a resolution that could reshape existence itself.